Metric versus standard. Hi, I'm Ron Paulk and welcome to the Smart Digital Woodshop. So I'm working away on the PTS2, the Paulk Total Station 2. I'm getting close. I think I got about a week and I should have everything done, and then I will get the copyright filed and it will then be available. I'll make a video as soon as it is and let you know that it's up. So I am working on the dimensioning. And in the past, I have designed all of my benches with the standard system, the American standard system, and have then provided metric dimensioning as well. And it's worked out pretty good. But when I designed this bench, I decided to design it from the ground up using metric dimensioning because I'm using the 32 millimeter system, which is standard worldwide and even in the US for building cabinetry. And it's because of the hardware and the layout. It goes way back, but it's a good system. My very first cabinet shop, which is going back 25 years, was a 32 millimeter system. It's the only kind of cabinets I've ever built. So I laid the bench out, so I've got the holes spaced at 96. I've got an extra row 32 in from the edge, so that when you're using the clamping holes, the bench dog holes, you can perfectly square up and use the 32 millimeter layout. So I made the bench multiple width-wise, overall width to be based on that, and length as well. So using 96 millimeters, which is times 3, I went end to end, edge to edge. So when you measure in from any edge, end or side, you come in 96 millimeters to the first set of holes, and then every hole is 96. So it doesn't matter which side or which end you come from. Now, I do have one extra set of holes at 32, but that is for just giving me something really near the edge instead of just 96, but it doesn't really mess up the dimensioning. So as I started to put the standard dimensions on, I realized that it's really not precise enough. In the standard world, we use fractional, and so we use 16th, 32nds, eighths, quarters, etc. And you know how it goes. We go a 16th plus or a 16th minus to get to the 32nd or close to it. But I want to be more exacting than that. So, if I try to dimension here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I've got 144 here. So if I come in here and I add in this dimension, you can see that it's 5 and 21/32. It's just tough to get that. So I've decided that instead of having a bunch of confusing dimensions that will be, even if you're used to the standard system, you know that it just makes things more complicated to try to figure that out and get that exact. So I'm going to only dimension this bench, this plan, in metric. And so for my American viewers, I know that there'll be a little gripe there, but let me just tell you my perspective on it. I'm definitely American Standard first. It's what I'm raised on. It's the language I speak. So when I look at metric, I think 3/4 inch plywood. I know, it's, I think 19.8 or something. And so I think 18. So I have to sort of do the conversion. If I see 18 millimeters, I have to think, okay, that's 3/4 essentially. And if you buy a piece of plywood 3/4, you'll know they're not 3/4. They are actually closer to 18 as the standard. So for building this, what I'm going to recommend is that you invest just a little bit of money. This is my go-to tape. I use this tape measure more than any others. Now, when I'm framing, I'll use a bigger one, and if it has metric on it, that's great, but I'm using standard. But when it comes to cabinetry and finish work, I'm really finding that just going straight metric is much more exacting. a lot of my tools are metric because I use Festool, although they are doing some standard tools now, which is actually kind of disappointing at this point. I used to think I wish they'd do that. And now I'm so used to it and got it set up that I really prefer when I'm doing finish, I want the precision of metric. So this tape, the reason I like it, again, for my American counterparts here, it has both on it. This is the same scale. This is from FastCap. It's a beautiful 1-inch wide tape. It's white. It's color coded with red and black. It's really easy to read. Both the standard size, they have the different line lengths, so you can quickly go to an 1/8 or 1/16. Not to 32nd. You have to do the minus plus like all tapes. So they just would be too small of marks. But on the metric side, straight across, you can see how precise they are and really easy to get to the marks. And if you're not sure and you go, I think it's around 6 inches, you can look on the other side and then look down and see what that is. So in this case, it's about 152. So I'm going to recommend this tape again for the people that are on standard, and if you're on a metric system, I'm sure that you can get a straight metric tape as well, and you probably already have them. But I like this tape. Now this happens to be a 16 footer. My favorite. I like the size. It's plenty long enough for the shop and for doing cabinetry and finish work. They do make a 25, which I have. And it works really well. It's just a bigger version of it because the roll is longer. And again, this is the same scale that I use on all my benches. So they make a flat version of this, a rolled up version that's flat instead of curved. And then you apply their double stick tape to the back, and that's going to be one of the products that I'll have linked here with the plans. But it's really easy to read. I have a lot of their different tapes, and they hold up really well. They're as good as any brand I've had, and they're just my go-to tape. Now, they have a couple of variations, and I like them both. It's just whichever one I grab. These are both FastCap metric standard, and they're both 16s. This one has a manual lock, and it has a quick temporary lock on the bottom that you can squeeze if you want to lock in where you're at. The other one is an auto lock, and I think this is the one on Amazon that I'm going to provide a link. And basically, it goes out and just stops, and then you push the button and it goes back in. They both have pencil sharpeners built into them, and they just feel really good in the hand. It doesn't matter which one whichever one you can get, you're going to like. I don't even hardly notice the difference when I grab one or the other. Durability, they're the same. They've got this rubberized kind of casing, and they can be dropped. They're real durable. The other thing I like about them is on the belt clip, they are a squeeze clip, which I really like. A lot of the other ones, they aren't. You have to sort of, when you put it on your belt, you have to sort of pry it and push it down. This is nice because with my thumb, I can just push that, open it up, and drop it on. So I found that, I didn't even notice it when I started buying them, but I have really found that I've gotten so used to that when I grab one of my other tapes and it doesn't have it, I fumble with it, get in my belt. So I really like them. I think they've done a great job. I highly recommend them. So what I'm going to do is on my website, or actually in the description of this video down below. So you look right down below in the description. I always put a few links in. Well, I'm going to make my first link to my page. This is the Paulk Homes page, and it'll take you right to my store. I won't even have it go to my website first. I'll just take you right to this page, which is on this hand tool tab. And right up near the top there's two links. One is for the 16, that is this one here, but I went ahead and put one on for the 25s. Now you notice the price difference. The 16s are $10.82 and the 25s are $31.99. That's both to your door. It includes shipping because they're Amazon Prime. But I could not find the 25 in a single, so it's not really any more expensive. You're getting 3 of them, not a problem. having extra tapes is not, as you all know, having as many tapes as you can is really a good thing. You can spread them around and have them at your bench and on your belt and everywhere that you need them. But so they're about the same price. You're just going to have to get 3. I did find single 25s on Amazon, but they were plus shipping. They were as much for 1 as this is for 3. So it doesn't make any sense not to get the 3. But so I've got the link. Now, disclaimer, when you use my store, they give me a little bit, they don't charge you anymore, but they give me a little bit. So I would get a little credit for this. If you don't want to do this, you don't like Amazon, you can go straight to FastCap and order them there as well. They have a free shipping too if you get to a certain dollar amount. But these are totally, to your door included. So just as a heads up, it's going to be all metric. And I will, on my plans, in fact, I've decided instead of putting individual links to the different screws and the tools and the things that I'm going to recommend and materials that you'll need, I'm going to create another, or Chris is going to create another tab. It's not there yet, but up here I'm going to have the PTS2. I'm going to have a tab. So I'll put that link in the plans and you'll go there. And then inside of that will be the links to the different things. And some of them will be Amazon links. Others will be direct links because they're not on Amazon. And again, in the Amazon ones in my store, I get the associate credit. But the other ones I give you, I won't get any credit at all. I'm just putting them there to make it easy for you. In fact, even the Amazon ones, I'm putting them there just to make it easier. Whether you use my store or not, I just want to point you to the right tool and the right materials. So that's where I'm at. Look forward to a couple more videos and then look forward to one where I'm telling you that the plan is up. I keep getting lots of emails and questions. When are the plans? When are the plans? They're coming. Hey, thanks for dropping into the Smart Digital Woodshop. Have a great day.